We are in Siaya today for a meeting between our elders, the committee that is organizing the 4th edition of the Pinyi Luo, and of course, the lovely people of Siaya. I chair the Central Committee organizing for the 4th edition of the Pinyi Luo. And just a quick brief, we will be gathering in Siaya as the Luo-speaking people of Kenya to mark the 4th edition of the Pinyi Luo. The Pinyi Luo is basically the cultural festival of the Luo-speaking people of Kenya. So the 30th of this month will be our traveling date into Siaya. 31st, 1st, and 2nd will be the days we'll be marking the cultural day of the Luo-speaking people. And Professor Adams Olo will be giving details of what will happen in those 3 days. But quickly to add that because the Pinyi Luo is coming in a few days, it was incumbent upon the committee to invite the care of the Luo-speaking people in Kenya together with the elders from all the counties where the Luo people live to come and pay a courtesy call. But the committee also took advantage of that opportunity to brief the elders about what we are doing for those 3 days. We want to take this opportunity to encourage all our people to make time and come and celebrate our culture in Siaya. The Luo-speaking people, as you all know, dispersed from Siaya. This is where our forefathers arrived when they came from, Uganda or Sudan, wherever it is that they came from. They came to Siaya first, a place called Gotramogi. And so Gotramogi will be one of those venues, including Migwena and Wichilum, where activities marking our cultural festival will be held.
The theme this year, if you remember last year, Pinyi Luo was in Homa Bay and it coincided with the election and installation of Ker, in which Ker Odungiranda was elected and installed. And then the theme was reincarnation of the Luo. The theme this year, arising from that reincarnation of the Luo last year, is the spirit of the Luo, Luo unity in diversity and in the diaspora. So unlike previous Pinyi Luos, this year's Pinyi Luo will include Luos in Kenya and Luos in the diaspora. As most people know from history, that the Luos originally came from Southern Sudan, whether from Bahr el Ghazal or from Rumbek or from Khartoum, and then migrated along the River Nile, settling in different countries. And therefore, you have the Luo of Kenya, you have the Luo of Tanzania, you have Anuak in Ethiopia, you have the Shilluk, who also go by the name Cholo, you have the Alur, you have the Padola, you have the Achol, who's one of the roots is here and will talk to you. You have the Kumam, you have the Jonam, you have the Luos in DRC Congo. All of them are going to be invited to bring delegations so that that spirit of the Luo, from where the Luos migrated from South Sudan, is captured in this 3 days festival. I believe the DG has also let you know that this Pinyi Luo will also coincide with the annual Migwena Sports that usually is held annually here in Siaya. So it will be a bigger Pinyi Luo that incorporates that Migwena Sports. And in that cultural spirit, basically all Luos and all Kenyans are being invited to celebrate the Luoness of the people who come from there. And just as DG has also said, for the Luos of Kenya, Gotramogi was the place from which the Luos dispersed from, and therefore the symposium to share the rich history and cultural diversity of the Luo from the different countries, the symposium will be held in that Gotramogi. Otherwise, I just want to say that this is going to be one of a kind because it will bring the Luos from all over Africa. And you can imagine that a Luo from Kenya is also aspiring to be AU chairman. So it's going to be very symbolic. Thank you.
I'm Rod Jongomoyo Kidi from K. Kwara Choli, K. Paluo, who are in Uganda and also in South Sudan. When we received the invitation from the governor, it was a brief, but we said no. Our brother has called us, so we are responding for the call. When your brother call you and sister call you, means the family are calling you, and we are responding to the family call. I communicated to our Rodi. We have several Rodi, both in Uganda and South Sudan. We do have the presiding Rod, we call Lawi Rodi. I talked to him, and he gave us a go-ahead to come meet with our people, meet with our family, to discuss how can we all come together and celebrate our heritage. It's long overdue. We have been looking for our people, and now we have found them through our leaders. We all meet with the leaders, but now I said, no. We need to go to our people. We need to go to home, not in Nairobi, or you don't come to Kampala. Next time you have to go to Gulu, go to Kidum. So I'm here to join in with K and all Ludiru K and all Ludiru Mamewa and everyone, that we'll do our best. I'll convey the message back to the presiding Rod, Lawi Rodi. He will convey this message to all the Rodi, both in Uganda and South Sudan, and see how we can mobilize a delegation to come. The time might be short, but we'll do our best as a beginning so that we can build that family relations. Thank you for welcoming me. And on the behalf of all K. Kwara Choli, K. Paluo, they love you all. And they will be excited to join in with all of their brothers and family here. Apoyo, Erokamano.
We're having a very, very major event in Siaya, the Luo Cultural and Sports Festival. And at the same time, you know, every year we've been having the Migwena Cultural and Sports Festival. And the two festivals have been rolled into one. The Luo is becoming an annual event. We had it last year in Homa Bay, and it's taking place in Siaya this year. The culmination of the festival will be the opening of the stadium, which will now take place on the 2nd of January 2025. And the revised timetable is that the activities will begin on 31st December and 1st of January and 2nd of January. The guests will begin to arrive on 30th of December. We are expecting a delegation from all the 4 counties of Migori, Homa Bay, Kisumu, and Siaya. And although this is about the Luo Nation, but we are doing it in the spirit of unity and diversity. So we are going to have delegations also from other communities and Kenyans in other counties, and the invitations are going out. There's going to be delegations also from Uganda, from Sudan, Southern Sudan, from Ethiopia, from Tanzania, from the DRC, and from the diaspora. And we expect the highest level of visitors from both the national, regional, and international level. I think without a doubt we can say that the closure of the festival on the 2nd of January and the opening of the stadium is going to be performed by the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency William Ruto, and the opening of the festival and presiding over activities prior to the closure will be undertaken by our party leader, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. We have been having meetings with the governors from the region. We have a secretariat that is dealing with the organization and preparation of the festival. And tomorrow, our elders, led by CARE, will be here for a brief, and thereafter they're going to visit the sites where these events are going to take place, which are basically Migwena, Witch Loom, Kangoka Jaramogi at the Mausoleum, and then go to Ramogi. Witch Loom is basically going to be boat racing and wrestling. A lot of sports activities will be in Migwena, except the final, which is going to be played on the 2nd of January at the opening of the stadium. A lot of discourse and conversation about culture, and about music and performing arts. A lot of that activity is going to take place at Ramogi, including a discourse about our history and culture. So we are doing everything possible to make this event successful, and we have sent word round to our friends, our partners, and those who find value in what we are trying to do. And we are happy today that the Cooperative Bank of Kenya is giving us a contribution towards these events.